Congressman, there's a clip of you making a short speech to Congress. Let's view that clip, and after that, I'll ask you a question.
It's good our administration is reaching out to the Muslim world. It's bad to spend another $100 billion to keep wars going, which will kill innocent Muslims in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. It's good we try to create an incentive for people to buy efficient cars. It's bad the car vouchers will not be expressly for the purpose and purchase of cars made in America. It's even worse that we tie such an incentive to a war funding bill. Cash for clunkers and bunkers in the same bill. Cash for more war in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. Cash to help China sell its cars to Americans. Meanwhile, back in the US of A, factories and auto dealers are closing. People are losing their businesses, their jobs, their homes, their health care, their investments, their retirement security. Who are these people who keep coming up with these innovative ideas to keep wars going and to move jobs out of America? Who are these people?
So, Congressman, I assure you the Pakistani people also want to know, who are these people?
Obviously referring to what our President Eisenhower called the military-industrial complex. War's a big business. In our country, there are 15 million Americans out of work. There are 47 million Americans without any health insurance. There are another 50 million Americans who are underinsured. There's over 10 million Americans losing their homes that they worked a lifetime to have. There are people losing their retirement security, losing their pensions, losing their investments due to corruption on Wall Street. And instead of addressing the economic needs of our country and really focusing on that, we have unlimited money for war. And that means we'll spend trillions of dollars in Iraq, trillions in Afghanistan. We're ready to spend money for war at a moment's notice. This is a serious moral question about what is the purpose of nationhood. We have a right to defend ourselves. I stand for the United States' right to defend itself. But we need to separate defense from offense. And frankly, we are often on the offense. We call it defense, but it's offense. We need to distinguish between military action and between police work and intelligence work. We have a right to be secure. Anyone who wants to harm the United States, well, we have a right to try to isolate those individuals and to bring them to justice. But to take upon ourselves the power of life and death, a godlike power, that we can determine who lives and who dies from 10,000 miles away, or that we can, someone can sign their name to an assassination order, very dangerous. It unleashes the forces which can never be controlled. It unlocks the gates of hell. And we do not need to go in that direction. We need to create a reconciliation with our brothers and sisters throughout the Asian subcontinent, with our brothers and sisters who observe Islam, and to find a way to build a relationship. But you cannot build relationships with rockets, with drone attacks, with occupation. That's the opposite of doing that. It's interesting how over thousands of years we really haven't progressed all that much. We still think that somehow you can get people to agree with you by killing them. That has never been the case in human history, and it never will be.
Congressman, since we've arrived here in the U.S., healthcare has been the talk of the town. As I understand it, the healthcare bill has passed both houses of Congress, and it is to be enacted into law. But the law, as it has been passed, is not providing for free universal health care for American citizens. The people of Pakistan wonder that if the government of the United States is not able or willing to provide health care to its own citizenry, what does it truly care about the hearts and minds of the Pakistani people?
I mean, I really believe that we should focus on making America a showcase of democracy, to show that in America everyone can work, everyone can have a decent home, that people will never have to worry about food on the table, a shelter, always be healthy, at least have access to health care, children will be educated. I mean, this is all part of the American dream.
Yes.
But the dream is at a distance from the reality. We're trying to bring them together, but it's difficult to bring them together when at the same time you have our government investing so heavily in armaments. And so other countries watch the United States. In some ways, our country is very admired. In other ways, it's feared. But whenever people see hypocrisy, what they can perceive to be hypocrisy, the United States loses. So we cannot dictate to other countries that we want other countries to have the freedoms that we have. Well, we still have not addressed some of our underlying economic problems here to show the connection between those freedoms and a quality of life. And at the same time, I mean, look in Pakistan. I mean, the people of Pakistan, 2/3 of them are making less than $2 a day. If we want to be friends with Pakistan, then help lift up the living conditions of the people. You don't do that by bombing people. Then you make friends. You know, find a way to help feed people. You can make friends that way. Find a way to help build infrastructure, to make sure people have jobs. Make friends that way. Find a way to take the grip of international banks off the throat of the country of Afghanistan and other countries. You can make friends with people. But right now, the environment that we have, all it does is it punishes humble people for the mistakes of big governments and of corporate interests that are benefiting from those government policies.
Congressman, this is an interesting discussion. We'll continue it just after the break. Nazreen, we'll be right back.